was doing some do-it-yourself bathroom repair work, replacing the water tank on a toilet. Without really thinking, I put down a wrench and slip joint pliers on the bathroom sink, damaging it. It is an old sink, and probably a replacement was due. The prospect of having to spend on a replacement at this time did not sit well. I needed another option. And lucky for me, it is called a Porcelain and Tile Repair kit. It consists of a tube with a resin, part A, and another with a hardener, part B. You mix both part A and part B in equal amounts. Also included in the kit is a plastic spatula and sanding paper. To start, clean and dry the area that needs repair. Make sure that it is free of grease. Make sure to dry the surface. I wiped it with a paper towel, then let it air dry overnight. Next, put equal amounts of the resin and hardener on a paper plate. The amount of epoxy you need to prepare is as educated a guess at this point. You may need to prepare more later on. Then, I mix the resin and hardener using a stick I got from the art store. Mix it well until the mixture is smooth and the color is consistent. Apply the mixed epoxy to the damage. You can either use the stick that was used to mix the epoxy or the plastic spatula that came with the kit. The stick is easier to use for apply just a small amount of epoxy. Now I use the plastic spatula to spread the mixture. I try to use as little of the mixture as possible. If you use too much, you might have some issues sanding the repair later on. I also try to mold the mixture to look as close to the missing parts as I can. Again, this is to reduce the amount of sanding later on. After 24 hours, carefully sand the repair. Sand the epoxy so that it follows the contour of the surrounding surface. Take care to minimize sanding and scratching the sink itself. And this is how the end product looks like. It isn't perfect, but it will do until I am ready to get an actual replacement. And that may be a few years down the road. I've read somewhere that you can actually get a paint that works on porcelain sinks and tubs. Just might take a look at that one next.